Mm. And there we go. There we go. There we go. There, there we go. Let's see. Let's get the boy. Who is here? Who just jumped? Oh wait. Who is here? I'm trying to go live and I went on the wrong space. What's up? Who's here? Who the fuck is in here? Hold on. I'm trying to get the people to the live, but Instagram and the buttons. Hi, Morgan. How you doing, babes? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are back at it. I am here just getting the live together. As you can see, I'm not out here parlaying. I am getting the things together. How are you doing, though? Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Yungfleur Live Space, my babe. I'm Yungfleur. We are live. It's been a day. It's been a day. The only reason I'm freaking late right now is because I'm trying to get some PR shit together and I'm losing it. But I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. I've been through it, you know? I've been going through the things. I've been having a time, you know? Not necessarily, you know, not the worst time, but definitely a very challenging. Okay, hell yeah. All my motherfucking niggas pulling up the motherfucking main on the Instagram as well. I love to see it. I learned to the people who are on the Instagram, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Yungfleur and we are live. Welcome to the Yungfleur Live Space, my love. I am also on the YouTube. The YouTube is where I'm really trying to get the people at. I've been saying, so hi to my YouTube friends as well. I'm Instagram and YouTube at the same damn time. But I really want to move everyone over to the YouTube so that I don't have to deal with the trauma, okay? Because it says that my Wi-Fi is unstable. So let me know if y'all aren't seeing or hearing me anywhere. We back like cook crack, bitch. Yes. Welcome to the space, everybody. I'm Yungfleur. We are live. I'm over here DJing mad screens and also navigating some press-related situations while I get ready because your boy is traveling. Hi. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Ain't it so good to be back? Ain't it so good to be fucking back on the main Instagram? And listen, if it's about so are we here or on YouTube? We on both. We on both of them. Both of them, okay? Because I understand that some of y'all don't like to be on the YouTube. Some of y'all don't really feel the Instagram. So the YouTube is the real home. That's the space I want us to be at because Instagram plays too much. And I don't have time for them to be hating on me and my little, you know, my little pics, my little posts, and trying to knock me off whenever they feel like it. I'm sick and tired. So I've been on the YouTube, bunch of people on the YouTube as well. This is so perfect. Just moved into the new apartment. So we're in a new space, as you can see. Right? It's giving season 2 or 3 or 4, child, because we've been doing the Yungfleur Live. I've been doing Yungfleur Live, for those of you who are not aware, at least about 3 or 4 years. At least 3 or 4 years. Isn't it crazy? Isn't it crazy? It's so crazy. But I'm so glad to be doing it again with y'all. I miss y'all so much. Your boy has been going through it, y'all. I just moved to this apartment about a week ago. This upcoming Thursday will make an official week that I've been living in Brooklyn. The BX bomber made the trip over. Never thought we would have made it, but we did. We're here. And you know, just before we start things, it's very much giving new energy. It's giving new spaces, new places, new opportunities. Like I really am just in a whole other phase. And I hope y'all are feeling really well. For all of y'all who hustled last night to bring the Met Gala looks to the fucking carpet, shout out to y'all. A big clap, whether we love it, hate it, indifferent. It is immense, the work that is done for that one simple night. So much riding on that night for a lot of us. So, you know, I just want to commend, first of all, before we dig into the things and talk about how I feel on the stuff, I do want to give everybody a pat on the back for just giving their all to the very last hour when you're super duper tired, been ready to knock out, and you're just giving some more. Thanks for pulling up to the YouTube. Once again, y'all, I'm on YouTube. That's where things go down. Go ahead and tap that. Go ahead and tap that because Meta is a motherfucking hater. Although, if Meta's trying to sponsor your boy to be at the motherfucking events next year, holla at me. Because no shade, the lack of invitations coming this way is getting very ridiculous. It's getting ridiculous. And I'm not salty because, like, whatever, like, oh, like, I deserve to be there. But, like, I genuinely am, like, here for the shit. You know what I mean? And, like, here to share it with y'all as well. So, like, it needs to get with the program, I feel like, personally. If you're on the YouTube, a thumbs up would be greatly appreciated because you know that pushes the algo, and your boy needs all that. I got a full gallon because we about to run that mouth. Yes, indeed, we about to run that motherfucking mouth. But how are y'all doing? How are you feeling? Shout out to all the new people that are showing up. I've been doing the thing. People wonder where I've been at. I've been doing the thing, but it's so hard to get through to y'all through these social media algorithms. And so, and also like the way I am, I'm very uncompromising about the way I like to share content, but I'm realizing if I want to get through to y'all, I do have to play the game somewhat. So we're still figuring it out, you know. Hi to all my friends, all my loves, all my new people showing up on both the Instagram and the YouTube. Yes, indeed, we are on YouTube and Instagram at the same time. I'm gonna stop sounding like a broken record and start to talk. You are adjacent to the opportunities. Thank you, babe. Look, I am doing the bump with the opportunities, babe. I am over here catching a dub on prosperity, okay? I'm over here riding cheeks with faith and fortitude, okay? Like, I'm all about it. And I'm really in a much more carefree, very happy space. Like, life right now is not about looking upwards and being so just desperate and thirsty and wondering and craving these things, these loftier things. Of course, we go-getters, we hustlers, we headed to the top. It ain't nothing. But right now, I'm very much looking around. I'm very much looking my situation dead in the eye and really taking stock of how amazing the opportunities that I have right now are. The fact that a lot of us are able to support ourselves, keep a roof over our head, doing the things that have fueled our passions for however long, that is really a gift and really something to take pride in. So for all of y'all that are hustling and getting it the way that you want to on your terms, listen, go off. Very proud of you all. But hi to everybody joining the space. It's your boy Yungfleur. You already knew what it was. We're talking about the Met Gala 2025. And I saw Morgan, you said, I can't wait to hear expertise on the Met Gala. You have the eye to catch the tailoring or anything else we may have missed. Thank you, babe. You know I'm a nosy ass nigga, so that's what I'm here to do. But on the topic of tailoring, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's talk. Trying my best. Listen, your best is more than enough. What else can you give? We're only human, you know? Rome was not built in a day and all of the other things. Before I start something like a fortune cookie, how did we feel about the Met Gala? Let's just have a decompress. Now that things are done, the live stream is over. Lala Anthony has has peeled herself out of the dress and gone back to being, you know, semi-relevant somewhere else. We really need a new motherfucking we truly need a new host because I'm sick and tired of Lala hosting the damn gala. How does she keep getting the job? I feel like Kim got her locked in, and I'm really sick and tired. Because when Kiki went up last year or the year before, or whenever that was, like that was one of the more exciting carpet coverage moments. You know what I mean? Somebody that has charisma. At the very least, if you're not going to have fashion knowledge and fashion expertise, at least be entertaining. Lala about as entertaining as a I don't even know, as a corkboard, babe. Not exactly my favorite person to watch on the thing. But what did we think about the Met Gala overall as I I gather my notes? What did we think? What did we think? How did you feel? Let me know. Like, let's rattle it off. Start to tell me who are your faves, who weren't the ones that you enjoyed. Hi, Rayful Dean 815. It's your boy Yungfleur, and we are live, babe. You already knew that. Welcome to the housewarming episode. This is the housewarming epi. What did they say? Samia, I think the show needs to be produced better, do a collab with ET. I do think a collaborative thing could help or hinder, or at the least for me personally, could make it a lot more annoying depending on who they decide to team up with on these things. I feel like if, you know, Viacom and MTV and such to get their hands on it, it'll turn into something completely different. I'm praying it doesn't go that way. Ego and Tiana did great. Hi, welcome to the Yungfleur Live Space. I'm Yungfleur. We are live. Getting ready to talk about the Met Gala. Ego and Tiana did great. I liked Ego's look a lot. Hold on. Yeah. I think you're talking about the one with the red pumps. Very interesting. Let's just kind of talk about just the theme in general. And if you looked at my Instagram, overall the theme was the most accessible it could have been. I mean, it was a theme that could have gone so many different ways. I feel like we say that about a lot of other themes though. Like I feel like even with like the Americana theme, there were other moments, or like the Garden of Time thing. It's like there are so many different ways you can go about, you know, kind of completing the assignment and getting the theme on point. But you do also have to understand before, like, there are some people like Naomi who are like, I don't dress for a theme. Sorry, like that's not my thing. Sorry, y'all. I just give me a second. I have to send a list through. So I'm trying to juggle. I've got some things lingering from work. But either way, oh wait, I think I lost y'all. But yeah, there are some people who also don't give a fuck about a theme. So when you see certain people and you're like, oh wow, like you didn't match the theme, you didn't whatever. They dress completely irrespective of theme, like Shakira, for example, in that pink whatever the fuck that was from Stella McCartney. All the black and white pissed me off. More color should have been on display. Now, let's talk about it. So, of course, you do have to understand, for those of y'all who may not be aware, like this is bigger than fashion. This is bigger than creating an activation that is good enough for the common folk at home to watch. Like, obviously, yes, they're a part of it. However, hold on. Girl, not my friend hitting me talking about I'm on your block now that I'm on live. Anyway, it was no color story with a lot of them. So getting back to the point, to make it very simple, it's about the money. It's about the money. This is a business. These people are not spending all of this money just so that you, who have no plans to walk into a Louis Vuitton store or anything anytime soon and buy out the store, like that's not where the focus is kind of like centered on. There are sponsors at play. There are other institutions at play. That need to get paid. Everybody's cashing out, sponsorships out the ass. And so it is very important for everyone to hit their mark, to make sure that all of the terms and conditions of their agreements are met on that one evening, and kind of proceed from there. So when you wonder why certain things are set a certain way, as I said in my stories, your best bet to have a very well-informed opinion is to research the history of the event, look into the people that are involved in orchestrating the event, more importantly, the companies that have a hand, the stakeholders that are involved in this activation. Everything is an activation. From there, you get a little bit more of an understanding about why things are following the way they are. How is anybody going to pop out on a night about Black dandyism in a look that's in a lime green zoot suit or a hot pink, vest turned whatever with the fuck, when Anna Wintour, white woman Anna Wintour, is the final say on the look? She still has to review most of these, if not all of, I believe all of these looks have to be reviewed by her and greenlit before they can make their appearance. So when you wonder why the color scheme is so kind of like consistent across the board, there is someone making sure of that. This is not just people working with their teams, getting ready and being like, oh, y'all not gonna believe what I'm about to pop out with. There are people that they have to notify ahead of time about what is being worn. OMG, I forgot she has final say. Yes, remember, even on this night that is focused on Black dandyism and the lineage of Black sartorial excellence and our relationship with European tailoring and mixing Western standards with our African Afro-diasporic heritage, there's a white woman that has to say yes or no. Okay. There's an old white woman saying yes or no at the end of the day. Okay. Remember. Okay. I can hear everyone saying a collective O together with me, right? So now I hope that's just a portion of it. The main and final portion of it, but just goes to show, like, it's not just about everyone getting dressed and showing up and looking good. There are promises that need to be kept. True, and that is not something people really talk about because that ruins the fun. No one's gonna have fun being like, oh, I wonder what someone's gonna wear when it's all orchestrated and there's a rule and there's somebody that can actually tell you, no, you're not allowed to wear that. No, you're not allowed to appear in that. So she said, okay, to the Amelia Gray look. Well, this is Amelia's second appearance at the Met Gala. She's wearing Valentino, which is, a headlining designer. After a point that Alessandro Michele, another headlining designer, is present as the creative director of the house, most definitely that passed along Anna's table. So she had no problem with the Rosa Parks panties. Who's to say? All I know is, like, when's the last time that you saw a look appear on the Met Gala carpet that was like absolutely outrageous, absolutely scandalous, absolutely no way, like, what the fuck? That doesn't happen on the Met Gala carpet. It happens on other red carpets, sure. There's not going to be a celebrity talent getting escorted off of the carpet because they've already been checked before the outfit was finished, before the outfit touched the floor of the Mark Hotel. You know what I mean? On said talent, there's somebody making sure that, like, you're fitting the part and you're fitting somebody's rule book. And that's Anna's. So, keeping that in mind, of course, then we look at the brands that are present because, of course, people are paying for these tables. So no chance for a PR disaster at Anna's activation. She will not have it. Why would that make sense for Anna to allow people to just risk the chance of playing in her face? She would never allow it. And then, like you said, thank you, Samia, for adding on for me. There is the CFDA, there is LVMH, there is Vogue, because remember, Vogue is very much ingrained in the Metropolitan Costume Institute. They are, Anna is the one that basically helped rename it as the Met Costume Institute. That wasn't a thing, that wasn't something that always existed. I'm kind of looking at your comments back and forth, like, let me see. That was honestly the worst look. You think that Lisa's which look? The Amelia look? Yeah, a lot of people were not a fan. Hold on. Give me a sec, y'all. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Okay. All right, we back. We back on. We back on. Cool. Let me know if I'm like weirdly buffering on any one of these platforms, y'all. But I think we're gonna be good tonight. So from there, you've got everyone who bought a table, and from there, they also have points that they're trying to make, pieces that they're trying to push, products, designs, upcoming projects, and just in general trying to build brand attention. Learning that Amelia girl is Lisa Rinna's child shocked me. You just found that out? Amelia did not bug me, Samia says. Let's start talking about some looks. Let's start talking about some looks. What I'm gonna do, which is what I did the other day or the last time I was on Instagram live and doing YouTube at the same damn time, is I'm going to just run down one of the best dress lists. Let's do that. And then we can also kind of jump around to some of the things that we like individually, right? But let's go. Let's go. Let me see. Best dress. I have the list. Hold on. I got work to do. That song has been stuck in my head. So let's begin. Let's fucking begin. Hold on. I'm getting y'all right. I'm getting y'all right. Right, motherfucking Neil. So we're gonna share it on the YouTube. Listen, the day I get a team, it's over for you bitches. It's over for you bitches, okay? But for now, I'm the motherfucking host. So, Lala Anthony in archival off-white by Virgil Abloh. Honestly, you know what? It's no disrespect. I'm definitely gonna be filtering through a few of these looks because they're just boring. And this was her way of kind of carrying on for her, as according to her, the legacy of like an amazing Black designer. But I'm just like the half and half, the groom and bride look is just so tired. And then the thing is that the both sides of the dress are boring as fuck. They give you nothing. It's like a New York and Company kind of like pantsuit or jumpsuit on the left, and then just a whole kind of tuft of tulle on the other side. What is the intention here? What have we got going on? Oh my god, Lala's definitely getting older. Aw. She's a grown lady for real. But was not her best Met ever? You think so? Why would you say that, Samia? Samia says that this was her best Met ever. Do you think this was her best Met look ever? How did y'all feel about this one? And then, I'm also very curious. Hey, what's going on, babe? Welcome to the Yungfleur Life Space. We back at it again, boo. We are again. Samia loved the look. That's fair. I'll let you have it, boo. But myself personally, didn't do it for me. And I'm wondering, like, what is the purpose behind the presence of Off-White on the red carpet these days? Like, I just feel like the brand is so lifeless now. I think it would fit really well. The jewelry was good. I'm a fan of the jewelry, jewelry, yes. But I just the dress side of it, not compelling. I'm not a fan of the gray either. Just some of the colors, he's part of the exhibition. Okay. Right. So it makes sense that they would homage him here. But I don't know. Not for me. Let's move on to something that I'd want to talk a lot more about. Pharrell with his wife, last name Lasichan. Hold on, doing that. Lasichan in the Louis Vuitton looks. Now, someone was talking about how it gave like Hugh Hefner to them, like very much like a man surrounded by beautiful women. And we were talking about this in the Yungfleur garden, which is my private chat on Instagram where we talk about fashion 24/7, and I can let you know when I'm going live. If you want to tap into the private live, that's also where, private garden, that's also where we really be talking about shit for real, for real, for real, for real. But let me know if you want to tap in, send a hibiscus emoji or something if you want to tap into that. But I just feel like it just becomes the Matthew Williams at Alik's thing at Givenchy thing all over again, and Alik's too, where I feel like a lot of these straight men and their ideas of how to dress a woman are just so, what is this giving? And like seeing and the things that Helen is a fly chick. She be dressed down on the regular anyway. And I feel like that for a lot of people. Don't you notice, like, was I the only one that felt like there were people who nailed the theme for that night with past looks that they wore at other Met Galas? All right, just for kicks sent the hibiscus. Okay, I'll tap you in. But don't you know people hit the mark with the whole dandy theme, dressing for other years in the past, and for some reason this year dropped the ball in comparison? What was that about? Either way, I just think that there's this thing where like the men are just not doing it when it comes to dressing the women. And it's so interesting for someone like him who I feel like he's someone that I think has a good grasp of like the men's wear, women's wear kind of in between thing. But for some reason, the execution is just not there. Everyone was talking about how his wife had a very similar look to Lisa. Yes, she also had the matching. Hi, welcome to the Yungfleur Live. I'm Yungfleur. We are live talking about the Met Gala. Please stick around and go ahead and share this motherfucking live with anyone you think is ready for some real fashion conversation, babe. Let's get into it. So yeah, she had the matching tights, and I also am just like, why this bag? Not the furry Speedy. Like, there are so many other bags she could have chosen, and I feel like it was a cop out. Giving Playboy Bunny outfit. No, yeah. And then I feel like I can see the ties to the Playboy Bunny, especially when we think about let me not get to saying her name incorrectly. But Zelda, the incredible seamstress Zelda Wynn Valdez, the American fashion designer, who was responsible, and a Black woman, of course, who was responsible for the Playboy Bunny looks, the original Playboy Bunny suit. So I was like, I don't know if that's what it's supposed to be trying to give. It does feel like a little bit of a reach. I mean, do y'all see that? Lisa had Henry Taylor embroidery on her look. How does this play out with Nicholas? The pearls of the jacket were cool, but the wife's look is not it. Folks played it so safe. Let me see if we can jump to Lisa real quick. Not they don't have Lisa. Oh, or maybe it's taking up the load. Let me see if they have Lisa. Why are the looks not loading? Okay, let's see if we can find. Being generous. You think so? Lisa had Henry Taylor embroidery on her look. Let me see if I can find Lisa. Let me see if I could pull up Lisa Met Gala. I mean, so this was Lisa. This ensemble. Hi, Khalil, an OG in the motherfucking garden. What's good? Welcome to the Yungfleur Live space. I'm Yungfleur. We are live. We're talking about the Met Gala. Just got started. She was also in this Louis Vuitton look with the lace detailing featuring um, the embroidery of what was supposed to be black figures, and people talking about the Rosa Parks on the coochie is crazy. But also just like such a like, why would you think that this was appropriate? And why wouldn't you think that people would make a hubbub about something like, you know, unsung heroes on a coochie part? Not a lot of thought. How does this play out with Nicholas? Still with no designer credits. Babe, let's talk about it. They just want to get the press outlets just want to run their mouth for the night. They do not care to update or give us proper details on anything. So there's that. Let's move on here. And she also had a speedy. Everyone had a speedy of some sort that night. And hers here kind of plays a detail that's featured on her fit. But overall, really boring. Like everybody was just very boring for the evening. They could have kept it to the jacket. I don't know. I just feel like it lacked a sense of tact. Mm-mm-mm. And once again, Lisa is, pop star du jour. So they're going to feature her at the gala. They can't not have her there. Let's see. Who else? Who comes to a night for tailoring, attention should be paid. There was this boy, Christian Latchman, who is the face of the catalog for the Met Gala this year for the Superfine catalog itself. The fit, I'm just happy to see the boy there, and I'm happy he's happy. The outfit, I could give a fuck about. The curtains coming out up underneath is not it. Y'all see that? I'm not a fan of the train underneath. It just feels superfluous. I feel like there's a difference between kind of doing the most and being or doing more than what's needed and being ostentatious, which is a true dandy detail. Can we talk about the Zendaya copycat? Listen. Slow down, Savannah, slow down. The train wasn't needed at all. There were many trains that were not needed. I agree. How do we feel? Speaking of trains, can I push things a little bit? How did we feel about Mother Ross, Miss Diana Ross, in the hold on, in the hold on, where is she? This is low. Where I can just search it up if we need to. Let's share this tab instead. We'll look up Diana because people were comparing her to what's her name? Rihanna's entry in the Guo Pei look during the Through the Looking Glass season. And I'm just like, so when we see a huge kind of like unraveled, like just gigantic train, are we always going to compare it to Rihanna? Mama is 80 plus, she can do whatever she wants. The funny thing is that I'm like, that fit that she wore, aside from the train, what's this? Don't piss me off. Aside from, I feel like that's what Shorty, that's what she wears on the daily. Hold on. Oh, this is just, anyway, they wasted my time. I feel like that's what she wears on the regular, is this exact fit, just minus the train. One of the favorites of the night. Would you agree? I feel like she wears exactly this all the time. This is literally her uniform. But the lady, look at Evan in the back. Look at him in the cut. But I mean, I love it for her. She's a real train. And when she's done, she could pop it off and sit in her seat and mind her business. Exactly. With the hat topper. Now, I thought this was an umbrella from afar. I could not tell. I think she looks fab, though. I do think she looks fab. Like, you can't deny. Let me see. Who was the person that dressed her, by the way, for Diana Ross? Something in me is saying, and of course, they don't have any fucking credits on anything. Like, how are you Harper's Bazaar with no credits? With no credits! Yo, what are we doing here? And apparently, the dress is an 18-footer. Hi, welcome to the Yungfleur Live Space. Is an 18-footer embroidered. Ciao. Like a lot of puckering all night. Lots of themes. Anyway. Lots of puckering on the seams. Share this. Say that the train was embroidered with welcome to the Yungfleur Live Space. I'm Yungfleur, we are live. They say that it was embroidered with her family's names on them. And she did this with the Nigerian designer and stylist Ugo Mozi, who has been at the carpet before and turned out some really great looks, especially as far as the menswear is concerned. I don't even know, where do we see that detail though? Like, where are the names at? Where are the names at? And that's the thing. What's the point? I mean, I guess the devil is in the details once again, tying into the dandy theme. Oh, and then this is the reveal. This is what she had underneath. Designer, not a favorite, but it is great. Train. Oh, thank you, Samia. Listen, DJing both of these back to back is not easy, okay? But I'm making my way. I'm figuring it out. But yeah, I don't. Where was the storytelling overall? Some did it, but generally it gave creative block. I mean, the creative block was Anna Wintour. Like, that was the block. There's only so much you can do on here when she has the final say on the look. So let's move on to another here. Ooh, Jodie Turner-Smith in the Burberry. They're on the circumference of the train in silver embroidery. Thank you. Jodie Turner-Smith in this look, I love this maroon color that she did here. It's really a vibe for her. I feel like there was a recent editorial that she did that she was also in a similar tone, and this just looks great on her. Let's just kind of zoom in on the details here. Obviously an equestrian vibe, taking the inspiration from one Black equestrian woman, actually. Let me see if I can find the name for y'all. Let's see. Not the her divorce. So the actress's look paid homage to a portrait of Black equestrian Selena Lazevsky, who lived during the Belle Époque, per her press release. So I wonder if they have well, but I mean, Jodie just hits it the carpet. I liked this one a lot. I love this kind of, and also this rich leather, but get into the detail here. Do you see that kind of embroidered kind of a finish on top of the leather? Gorgeous. The detail is there. Love this one. What did we think? Love the texture. Anna is always the block. Do you think it is hurting the event? They earn more if Anna did not have so much say. Hmm. I think those are two. If you ask me, I feel like those are two different questions. And it. Um. Do you think it's hurt? As someone that loves the unpredictability of the red carpet, the idea of the red carpet as being a stage for people to truly give of personal self-expression and telling their own personal stories. Hi, what's going on, Nomi? Welcome to the Yungfleur Live Space. I'm Yungfleur. We are live, and we're back on this motherfucking live, talking about the. If y'all haven't checked Mind of Mendoza, get into her page. She's been doing these amazing, very thorough, very nicely formatted breakdowns of. Love watching those. So shout out to you, babes. The collar shape is great as well. Just all the details here, down to the cleavage here. Just everything done with intention. The cap sleeve, very fab. Loved it. The way that the waistline is just nipped to the side there is just so good to me as well. She looks great. She looks absolutely great. And then getting into the pant here as well. Finished off with the shoe. So good. Love. Let's move on to another one. Although, how do y'all feel about those allegations about Daniel Lee? I feel like it's just interesting to me the way that they are suddenly buddied up, because I never really saw her going up for Daniel Lee until a certain point, and maybe they were more friendly behind the scenes, but I feel like there was a point where all of a sudden she was like super duper chummy with him. That makes me raise an eye. I'm sorry, I didn't even finish answering your question. Do I think that it's hurting the event? I do think that it hurts the variance, and that's what I look forward to, is seeing these moments that even if I don't like it, I can at least honesty. I can appreciate the genuine nature of them coming up with that look. Um, but I don't think it necessarily hurts the event the way that Vogue and CFDA have orchestrated it. Like, this is all about them landing the money, you know what I mean? And boosting commerce and boosting attention to these brands. I don't think that that's hurting it at all. Would they even would they earn more if Anna did not have so much say? I don't think so. I think she runs a very tight ship and is really good about pooling money. I'm not gonna lie. I think that Anna does a really good job of turning these things into cash cows. She knows what she's doing. It's just that it gets strict as hell, and then it's not fun anymore. And so you kind of have to sacrifice one for the other when it comes to this kind of thing. The report says that they raise more money. They did report that this was the most lucrative. They because this is still a fundraiser at the end of the day. They raised the most money for this event. And I mean, something to be said about the fact that a Black focused event, which is something that people have been wanting and clamoring for a while, is the one thing that finally pulls that money. And it's there's something about it that feels like, to me, very like holding back this kind of experience and finally like releasing it so that everyone can go mad, like kind of like building anticipation, essentially, is what I'm saying. What's good, Aston? What's good, Wave? All my good people here in the Yungfleur Live Space. I'm Yungfleur, and we are motherfucking live. Yes, indeed. Of course, nothing but stars in the room, okay? Nothing. The real celebrities are behind the live, babe. Let's really talk about it. But absolutely, Jodie Turner-Smith, one of my favorites of the night, if I had to choose. And she's got me wanting to get into some burgundy my damn self. Let's move on to another look, because a mom and Magda Butrym. What did we think of this one? I want to like it. I mean, the crystallized camel toes. The crystallized camel toes were a thing. I liked this look on her. I think the silhouette alone was on point. The silhouette alone was on point for me this year. Oh my goodness. But also, once again, very simple, but off the cut alone is well done here. And something that I can't say for the others, this is actually a one piece situation. Don't let your eyes deceive you. Love the headpiece as well. I think that it was, as far as headpieces go, I think it's a perfect blend between this whole menswear, women's wear tailoring. I feel like that was like the ultimate challenge for a lot of the femme folk in the building was kind of like getting that women's menswear inflection on point, even down to kind of like the cravat detailing. Hi, CK. You're late, babes. You're late. But yeah, I was a fan of this one for sure. Not my favorite of the night, but definitely well cut. And compared to some of the other moments that were so lacking when it came to the tailor, like this was not a night to mess up on the tailoring. I cannot say it enough. Down to the little pimp cane, like, all right, my little stud daddy. My little stud daddy. Speaking of which, where was MC Light? Like, that's the one thought that I've held back. Where was MC Light? Where was MC Light? I feel like we needed MC Light. If the one emceeing the night, she should have been the one taking Lala's place. It's giving that drag shoot Naomi, Christie, and Linda did back in the day. Yes, an iconic moment. We know the one. I can even pull it up because guess what? I've got internet. Christy, and I'll even put in drag. Linda Christie. Oh, that's the wrong Linda Christie. Let me put Naomi drag. Lest we forget one of the most iconic editorials when the girls gave Get the Strap Deluxe. It said get the strap and make it 3, make it a trio. Hi, what's good? Welcome to the Yungfleur Live Space. All my faves are here. I miss y'all so much. I'm so happy to have all of my favorite people here at my housewarming, at my little Brooklyn housewarming live. Yes, we've got the icons in the building, Aston's in the building, Getting Images fan club in the building, Mine of Mendoza in the building, like all the faves, and all of you in general. Like not to pick one out of the other, but we see the girls, we see the people turning it on the social media spaces, and we are so appreciative. Let's move on to another look. Now this was sad, especially for a Tom Brown look. I did not like this. I was here for the glam more so than the fit when it came to Angel Reese and the Tom Brown. What did we think of this one moment? Let me see if I could get video. I did learn my lesson. Video is always good to get for the people. They've got a shot of the Meg. Get the fuck. Meg was so disappointing. Oh, sorry. Let me share. Not that I expected Meg to do something spectacular. Come on. The hats were very good this one. Yes, I will say the accessories were on point. I would have loved to see some gender bending drag for real. Like actually go for the bit. Like you know who I feel like Turner Smith, if she was to go for kind of like the drag situation, would have totally turned it. I would have loved an homage to what was the forgive me y'all. Like what was the name of the one let me see. Uh I want to say the name. I don't want to just like yes. Ellen Craft. Did we have any Ellen Craft homages? Like Janet Jackson in a suit, yes. Did we have any homage to Ellen Craft? Grace Jones was missing from all this too. Let's really talk. And there were so many people, like for example, shout out to Salim, the mentioned like Brooklyn Circus was present. Like the guys behind Brooklyn Circus were not present. Of course, everyone talked about people who really like it makes me wonder, like, is it really just that like people in charge are white folk who don't understand what actually happens in the Black experience? Like the people that really had us looking at suiting, us who the folks from the Black community who may have not necessarily saw themselves comfortable in a suit, and the figures that invited them to get into it, that made it trendy, that made it hot on the streets. Where are those people? Wisdom didn't get an invite. There was a lot of uproar about that. Me and Samir were talking about that this morning. Megan Chess was screaming for help in that gown. Baby, a hop and a skip and a jump from a Janet Jackson situation. Hold on, let me see if I can find more of Angel Reese in her look. I just hate the back of it even. That back is not attractive to me. The nightclubbing album cover was a look to reference. Babe, the references were there. The references were all there. More than enough. Full of, you want to talk about the pantheon of Black sartorialism? There's so many places we could have gone. And so many obvious places not even give. Back doesn't look it. Like, no. Not happy about it. But like I was saying, like Ellen Craft, the American abolitionist who to go and free her partner who was enslaved, who was an enslaved person, and how that was the pinnacle, like or not a pinnacle, a great representation of how fashion and gender play and all of these things tie in to people's livelihood. Hi, welcome to the Yungfleur Live Space. I have been hoping to catch, like I was thinking about you the other day because I saw you liking my stuff, and I was thinking about the amazing conversation we had one of the last times that I was on here on live, and I was like, damn, I wish I could get back on the main so that Babe could find me and we could chat. I'm glad to see you back here. I hope you're doing well, boo. I hope you've been well since we last talked. And we are talking about the Met Gala 2025 right now, if y'all have not seen it already. That's what I'm talking about. Aston says people were saying social media stars weren't there, yet KB was present. Thank you, Samia. Was I not saying that? Was I not saying that? Here's my thing. If we're not going to be focused on the influencers, which it felt like was the case that evening, that's fair. That's fair. I can totally get with us being more about, the celebs and whoever else, the Taylors, and focusing on people who play a part in, the art of being dressed, the stars of the streets, the Dapper Dans and such and such. But if y'all are going to nix wisdom from being there, but you're gonna have KB LeMay be there, who that nigga don't get dressed for shit. He gets dressed by people. He has fashion brands that sponsor him because he's the most followed person on TikTok, and for no other reason, because he sits there and does this all day. It's just so, it's where we are as a people. It's not about the people who are necessarily the most pivotal. It's about the people who are the most visible. Visibility is the currency. And so, even I always say I say to myself, like, oh yeah, like Eddie, like, you want to be at these events and such. If I was to sit here probably and maybe like throw myself out the window of my apartment every other day and post that every other day, I could probably find myself at the Met Gala or something similar, some way, somehow, because the visibility is what is key. Making yourself, the clout is what is key right now. That is what people pay attention to. He would have gagged us for sure. I mean, I feel like he would have been a fitting person to attend. Mm. And then, of course, then the politics come in. I see Diet Black Waif commenting on the Instagram space. And then it becomes that. It becomes that as much as we are talking about freedom through design and fashion and how it allows us to express ourselves, this is not a night for self-expression. Bitch, you thought you was about to come in this motherfucker and express yourself? You thought you were about to sit there and say what you actually think? No, boo. Talk about the fit. Name the people who did the fit. Talk about the credits, the designers, the makeup artists, the whoever. Say the names, do the job, and get the fuck out. A lot of these people don't know anything about fashion at all. Like, they're not here to actually speak from a place of expertise. They're here because Anna put them on the cover. They're here because Anna put them in the editorials. This is the season finale of, if you look at every issue of Vogue as an episode, the Met Gala is the season finale. It's where you bring in the major players. Look at the co-chairs. These are all people that Anna loves. Lewis Hamilton, oh, she's always on his dick. LeBron James was supposed to be there, didn't make it. I think something's happening in the basketball. I'm not a sporty person. Y'all discuss that shit amongst yourselves. But Savannah James was there in his place, in a Hanifa look as well. Actually, let's go ahead and talk about that. This is a Vogue event. Yes, this is the Vogue season finale. This is the culture that they've put into in all of their issues, and that is what is important. Who you want to see there. It's who was featured in Vogue. So if you ever want to know who will be kind of the center point of the night, if you ever want to have be informed on who the press will not stop talking about all night, look at the Vogue editorials, look at the Vogue Instagram, and look at who they continue to feature and tag. Look at who's sitting next to Anna during the fashion weeks and the fashion events, because I mean, more often than not, those are not fashion people at all. Those are the people that are going to be, who we won't stop talking about during the Met Gala, or at least they'll see to it. Let's talk about Savannah James and her look. Let me pull it up on here because, of course, the Vogue page doesn't have the look. Vogue page does not have everyone's look. Sorry, I didn't mean to write Savannah Haynes. And we've got video. How was Yungfleur not interviewing on the red carpet? Honestly, their worst mistake of the night, if you ask me. I love Hanifa as a brand as well. This was a very ambitious look. And I'm all for, these brands challenging themselves. However, Je m'appelle, I wish my girl Mame was I got it right. I wish Mame was here. About how she wished that they would have teamed up. Ooh, the 2-minute mark. Oh, Instagram, she is a strict bitch. So Instagram is saying that they're gonna cut me off in 2 minutes. I can do a jump back on if y'all are down. I'm gonna jump back on the YouTube, on the Instagram, or you can do the smart thing, and get on the YouTube. Go to the link in my bio, and you can join the rest of the party here where we're at. But I may just jump off and jump back on, so we can talk for a little bit longer, maybe another 30 minutes. I'm definitely gonna have to break this down into parts. It's only right. In honor of Tally himself, we're gonna talk about these looks very thoroughly through the week. Okay, so I'm gonna give it, and in honor of the house warming, the first episode here in Brooklyn, in the Brooklyn hub, I will do that. I will give y'all that. You're gonna pull up to the YouTube gonna pop off. I'm gonna jump off of this on the Instagram, and then I'm gonna jump back on. If y'all want to jump on the YouTube, you are more than welcome, and I definitely implore you to do so because, babe, I'm trying to get the fuck off of Instagram because she's a hater ass bitch. But I'm gonna hop off and hop back on right now. All right, I'll see y'all in a bit on the IG, on the YouTube. Keep it locked and loaded because you already know. Hold on, let's make this happen. I'll see y'all in a minute. All right. Okay. First Instagram is cute. Okay. The first Instagram in a minute is cute. Thanks for pulling up, Tink. Thank you for pulling up, Tink. I appreciate that. I love when the people hold it down for your boy. Hold on. On top of that, my phone is dying. I wish Instagram would let me go live from desktop already. They are so whack for that. Hold on, let me can I make a title? Sorry, y'all. Let me pull up Savannah in the meantime, right here, pulling up to the thing. I see what they were going for, but this shit was not my fave. And my May, she was saying that she wished that they would have teamed up with Nigerian designers to get that second skin mesh going, because I don't know if y'all pay attention to the Nigerian designers like that. I'm pretty sure a good chunk do, but the way that they have gone hard with the corsets and continue to like up the ante on the corset technology is really something to study. Really something that I should make for a discussion topic that I'll pull up in a little bit. I can't even title the shit. It's all good. It's all good. Listen, I'm giving as much as that's rude. Let me not be rude. I was about to say something real nasty. Let's see here. Shit. Oh, great. Yes, give me a Zoom, bitch. Give me a. That's right. That's right. Where are the middle? This is the thing. If y'all already know, if you're gonna snatch up a waist, snatch up the waist. Don't play it safe. You can't go easy on a corset. You cannot go easy on the corset. Hello, my love. You can't go easy on the corset. You need to wrap the girls in. That's what we're here for. There are tons of super HD cameras zoomed in on you. And here we go. Hi, welcome to everybody that joined to the YouTube. Thumbs up for your boy. Thumbs up. Yeah. Yeah. Run up them thumbs, y'all. Please. It's free. That's my housewarming gift. A thumbs up. So that's on my registry is the thumbs up. So please give me the thumbs up on the YouTube. Thank you so much. And now for my Instagram people, let's talk about it, because this was I don't think this was Hanifa's first Met Gala look, but babe, if they don't get it together, because I need to work it out and join. Hold on. Hi, RS. How you doing, baby? Welcome to the Yungfleur live space. I'm Yungfleur. We are live. But come on. Come on. What is this? What is this right here? Work email. All right. Let me do what I did last time. I'm remembering the tricks of the trade that I had. So what I do is I separate my YouTube here so that y'all can see me on here and I can see you too. And I can more easily. Bam. Here we go. Here we go. This is how you do the live. But y'all, where do we begin? She's been trying to do bridal. Like I said, I appreciate the hunger to do more and to level up. But first things first, let's complete one thing. Let's make ourselves successful at one thing before we move on to the next. These lines are crazy here. Absolutely crazy here. And the way that it folds towards the bottom, like whatever is happening in this little midsection here, I'll point at it with my cursor. But this situation here, not cute. And then she did this thing with the threads kind of, and then it's the crispity, crunchity, peanut buttery ends for me. But I digress. The wispy ass ends. I don't know if those were supposed to tie into the rest of the threadiness going on here, but I beg them to reconsider. It's giving faja instead of corset. Exactly. Thank you to everyone that's been thumbs upping on the YouTube. It's 13 of y'all. I mean, hey, can we make something happen? 18 of y'all. Can we thumbs up for your boy? Like, must I beg every live? Is this what you want me to do? Grovel and beg? Please, with the thumbs up. It's all I ask for here. I don't even ask y'all to pay for nothing. I'm not even asking y'all to subscribe to nothing. Just give me the thumbs up. Thank you so much. But then she had these loose threads. I love a distressing. I love an undone kind of situation and unfinished. This just falls apart. Hallie yet? Oh, we can get into Hallie, child. We can get into Hallie next. Yeah, I'll get into the people that you want to talk about before I get off in the next 20 minutes. How about that? It's just towards the bottom, even like the very bottom. I hate this. And even the seams here are just the fact that like, and this is what I'm saying, like, if we're gonna do the tailoring, do the tailoring. The fact that the lines here, the lines right here, if you notice, not all of them meet perfectly with the bottom lines. The lines that go diagonally do not really go all the way. There's like so many inconsistencies. It's just, this is just not the night for that. Come on, y'all. How does this happen? Those lines needed to immediately line up with the lines that go straight down to the bottom of her train. Can we move on from her? This is stressing us all. I'm sorry, baby. And thank you to everyone thumbs upping for me on the YouTube and everyone that's crossed over. Y'all are super. Y'all are amazing. All the good things will come to you. You deserve it. Let's talk about the bigwigs of the night before I get off. Let's really talk about the bigwigs of the night. Let's talk about Zendaya. Let's just get in. I'm tearing into the meat and potatoes of the evening. Oh, I do not want to do this yet. Let's talk about her in the suit. Would y'all consider this a zoot suit? I don't know if this counts as a suit. I don't know. Do not play with the like, not Mac, like the or cheaper. No disrespect. It's giving, the Timufication of the carpet. Homage the thing, do it right. Now, how did we feel about this look that homage to Bianca Jagger and to Diana Ross's character Tracy Chambers' iconic film Mahogany, one of my very favorites, and I'm sure yours too. But this is not a zoot suit. In the year 2025, why do they think zooming in won't happen? All this motherfucking expensive technology we have, and you think we're not gonna zoom? You think that's not happening? You think I'm not gonna get all up in that? No. I'm talking about in it, okay? Like, no joke. We're gonna do that. But this was actually an homage to, hi, welcome everybody joining the YouTube. Please thumbs up. Thumbs up. I'm not playing with y'all. Sorry, I'm sorry, I'm not on the YouTube. After thanking you so much for joining. I loved this look. And a lot of people um um a lot of people were saying, Zendaya's look was calm, it was so like boring, like it was so understated. We can see your pores now with tech and bitch. That look. Um, I don't want no parts of these Met Gala cameras, okay? Listen. Um, my friend said a top hat would have been better. I don't know. I like. Hi, welcome to the Yungfleur Live Space. I'm Yungfleur. We are live talking about the Met Gala. But someone was saying that it really gave like Celine Dion. Like I saw the Celine Dion vibe immediately. That's where my head went. And then I saw the Tracy Chambers thing, and then I saw somebody corrected that Law himself said that it was a Bianca Jagger homage. I feel like, oh, here's what I was trying to say. I was losing my train of thought. This is the dandy vibe. You have to remember, dandyism is about a few. There are different elements to the dandy, the whole idea of the dandy concept, and performance is very important. Performance is very important. Um, the way that when we talk about uh, uh, incorporating European sensibilities and giving them an Afro-diasporic tinge or tweak. I think immediately about the idea of the Italian phrase sprezzatura. I'm probably pronouncing that crazy. Girl, I ain't know, you ain't never seen me in Rome. I don't be in Sicily like that, girl. Okay? So you're gonna let me fucking live. Sprezzatura, whatever, however you pronounce it. This idea of this effortlessness here that I feel is just classic dandy. Think about it, we are in, hi everyone joining the space. I'm Yungfleur, we are live. When you are in a space where everybody's peacocking, everybody's in these over the top, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me fashions, what is the best way to stand out than to be cool, calm, collected, and confident in a very subtle moment, cut down, tailored to the nines, bitch. Okay, giving very, I don't even see these bitches. The hat, the brim of this hat is my hater blocker. I don't even see these hoes giving whatever they give. That's cute. Y'all do y'all little thing or whatever, but I'm gonna keep it cool in the cut. I'm gonna give y'all real, I know what I'm about. I don't have to do too much. That is the performance in itself. That is what Zendaya gave that kind of made her essentially still one of the best of the night. That element of performance is very important. And so when you look at it amongst the landscape of what last night was, she nailed it perfectly. You don't go and join the crowd and put on tons of prints. You don't match the decor. You don't do all of that. You go in a different direction that makes people go, well, what are you doing? Because guess what happens? The head turns and they're like, so what are you about? The attention is there. The focus is there. Her walk, the confidence. Yes, absolutely, Samia. If y'all real, y'all will open YouTube and Insta Live. Listen, you're hurt. I ain't say it. You said it. You said it, Wave. Shout out to my real bitches that is on the YouTube and on the Instagram at the same damn time that are really giving me the housewarming experience. Yes, it's about standing out. What did you think of Judge OMG Law and the Blonde? Is this a safe space? Hold on. Who's following? Who's here? Who's here? Matter of fact, maybe next time. I'll save it for the next live. I'll save it. I'll save the after hours Yungfleur after hours experience that is only exclusively on the YouTube for later because I can't talk too much shit on the Instagram because niggas act like they don't be watching, but they be watching. We popping bottles for you, babe. Period. But I mean that pant, that leg. It's not a safe space. Thank you, babe. Thank you for telling. We can only get away with so much. Need to see the after hours. Not for nothing, I might cut this thing off in 5 minutes. You know we on the fly. I might cut off the Instagram live in 5 minutes, and then we can go a little bit longer. We could go a little bit longer on the YouTube. We could go a little bit longer on the YouTube. That's gonna be fun. Just a little bit longer. So we're gonna say put a pin in that. Who was that? Who was that talked about the blonde unit? Morgan R. Put a pin. Put a pin. But great. One of my favorite looks of the night, absolutely. And who was the one? She wore by Pharrell Williams, according to the Vogue page here. Hi, welcome to the Yungfleur Live Space, and long time no see. How you doing, babes? Welcome to the Yungfleur Live Space. We're talking about Met Gala. I'm gonna be on here on Instagram for about another 4 to 5 minutes because I really want to talk my shit for real, and I'm gonna come to the YouTube. Donovan, put a pin in it. Put a pin in it. But yes, amazing. One of my favorite looks. Hey, babe, welcome to the Yungfleur Live Space. I'm Yungfleur, and we are live again. Who ever thought I would get this back? So now I gotta figure out. I guess I can't put all my super sexy shit on this main page. Maybe I'll put it on the Yungfleur burner. I'll put more of my like risque content, and then I'll keep the more like friendly, quote unquote, professional stuff on the main. Maybe that'll be cute. Maybe that'll work. But listen, that means that the other page is going to be filthy, girl. Filthy. I was on earlier. Oh, I missed you. There's so many people joining in and out across the pages I'm not seeing. But let me go back. What was another look that was, let's talk about Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton at the Met Gala, as far as the menswear looks, I liked that one. Let's talk about that one. In the Grace Wells Bonner, who is killing it, by the way. Thanks for joining on here, Morgan. You are a trooper and you are a true one. And I thank you to everyone that's watching me both from the YouTube and the Instagram for the house warming. Okay. And shout out to everyone that's been thumbs upping for me on the YouTube as well. Y'all are a gem. You don't even know. Like, I genuinely appreciate the fuck out y'all. But let's talk about Lewis Hamilton and his sexy short ass in this Grace Wells Bonner fit that is just cut so well. Get into those lines. That beautiful lapel. That gorgeous lapel. I almost feel like the pin, I'm whatever, well, I'll take it. But I feel like the pin, something about the sizing or the placement of it is a little bit off for me. But other than that, it makes it feel like an afterthought. But I love the pin on the hat here, on the beret. You know, I love the big rocks in the ear. The brows are eating as well. The beat is eating as well. His glam is actually kind of fab. Her CSM grad collection runs havoc in my mind. Oh my God. Like that collection still gets replays. We can still reheat that CSM collection. Is Alex here? Is my friend Alex here? We were talking about yesterday how the Grace Wells Bonner, like that first collection, it dropped when opening ceremony was first carrying it. It was like $4,800 or something like that for the jacket alone, and no one bought it. It ended up being at the opening ceremony sale because it was so expensive. Nobody wanted to purchase it. The pin on the beret is very Andre Leontelli. Hi, thanks for joining again. So good. I love the jewelry, the big square, very masculine jewelry is so good to me. These rings. Love that as well. And even that little bit on the what's that word? On the cuff. The whatever this cuff link jewelry is, that's crazy. We'll have to take a look at that again because you can't really get a close-up here. For nothing, like this is a night. Oh, get into it. Don't be fooled by the rocks that I got. Who did the beat? Who did the makeup? All right, I think I'm gonna hop off here like I said I would. So I'm gonna be off. Ooh, the cufflinks, bitch. All right, y'all. I'm gonna hop off of the Instagram live and I'm gonna be on YouTube for another 10, 15 minutes or so. Hi, sleaze. Welcome to the Yungfleur baby. I'm just about to get off here. Grand opening, grand closing. If you want to keep watching, if you want to keep chatting, if you want to pop some shit a little bit, you want to pop some tea, catch me on the YouTube right now. The link is in my bio. I'll be on there talking for just a little bit more. So I hope to see you there. Thank you again for everyone that came to Instagram. It means so much to me. Like I'm just very happy to see y'all here and have y'all here again and be able to reach and connect with y'all. Like social media can be such a prison, you know what I mean? And I hate that it even leads me to have this kind of emotional tumult, but it is what it is. The grand goal is to have an independent space, and I think that we should all have independent spaces to pop our shit. Either way, I'll be back sometime next week, or this week maybe, talking about the Met Gala thing. I probably will be here. We'll see. I'll let y'all know. If anything, I'll be on YouTube for sure, talking about this again in another day or two from somewhere very bright and very sunny and very, very, very warm. Stay tuned. I'll see y'all soon. Love you much. It's been real. I've been realer. Take care. All right. We here? Are we here? Bitch. Let's motherfucking talk. So let's finish this off, yes. So, let me finish off these looks. Ruth McNeil actually, I believe, helped curate this look. No? Ruth McNeil. Eric McNeil. Eric McNeil was the stylist behind this. And he said the color of ivory denotes purity and status. Cowries pass from hand to hand. The regal sash turns shamanic. So let's not forget like the tie into religion. And of course, you know, the church and the religious space and how that calls for everyone across races and across ethnicities and backgrounds to suit up, to dress up. That's the best way that you show reverence to a higher power is to show up in your best garments. And so that was a tie-in over and over that we saw these allusions to dressing religious practices and all of that kind of thing. Let me see what they said here. The outfit was completed with a custom beret by legendary milliner Stephen Jones. He's always going to be at the function. Manolo Blahnik shoes, a classic, and an Asher cut brooch by Brioni Raymond. I wonder who Brioni Raymond is. I'm not familiar with that name. I'm not gonna lie. And Pat McGrath on the beat. Man, this beat is sickening. The brows are to the stash, the whole situation on point. Other things, girl. Let's talk about other things real quick for your boy. Welcome to everyone that's joined the Yungfleur Life Space. It's my housewarming, y'all. If you didn't know before, Mommy, you made it. Welcome, baby. Welcome to the housewarming episode, the Met Gala episode of Yungfleur Live. Please put the thumbs up upon entry into the premises. I just wish he would let it go. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? So y'all, thank you, my sister. Thank you, my good sister. We're moving on and up. Speaking of moving up, now I don't get lace front wigs. You know what I mean? I don't get wigs done. Is there any way that this could be achieved a little bit more seamlessly? Love the hair. Samia, now trolling. I love you down. It's no shade, but are you having fun tonight? Are you having fun with me tonight? Seeing the lace took me out. I genuinely want to know, are you having fun with me tonight? Hey, I will let you have your opinion. I respect your opinion, my girl, but I can't. Everyday people kill the lace front. The shape shifting is legendary. I'm here for it. I'm here for a transformation. I'm here for switching up the look. Let's be clear. I don't have a problem with Law wearing wigs. Like that's not what I'm saying. Like it's not about that at all. It's not about that at all. It's about the wigs themselves and the way they be coiffed be crazy. I think the way that they're styled, something about it just be off. And I think we could have just got bundles and called it a day. Where were Speaking of which, where were the homages to I think I think Lupita was doing like an homage to Little Richard, right? I liked it at first. It was daring to go that blonde. He's done a high blonde look before though. Let me see. Did Lupita? Let me see if I search Lupita and I write Little Richard. Will it pull up the evidence of that? Because I remember reading somewhere, but I feel like where were the Little Richard homages? Apparently, that's what um Lupita's giving. Maybe it's the colorway. Who's this? Who is this? Y'all know who this is? DM me. DM me. DM me. And why wouldn't it move now? But this was a Chanel look, of course. Who else? Who else than good old Virginie? Look, let me like what? Oh, that was her hairstylist Vernon. I don't think I've ever seen his face before. Cause what in the Palm Beach is going on? Babe. Thelma, and then it's Louise. I mean, this is beautifully cut though. This is the structure and the silhouette of this is gorgeous. It's Lupita. She's gonna kill it anyway. Everybody knows that light blue is Lupita's secret weapon. Um, you like red hair? Listen, I got diverse tastes. It's giving I'm a fun mom. Please. It's there's something very Mary Poppins about oh, ooh. Going to her Instagram as well. I let it all hang out. Is Vernon single? Moving on. So this was the homage, I guess. This was the reference. Oh, sorry. This was the homage that she has listed on her page. No, he's married. Eddie fucking way. Like I was about to DM him right now, but y'all don't know. And then the crystallized on the brows, a very subtle touch, but I like it because it you don't really notice right away until you get up close. But that glimmer from there is really cool. Yo, fuck you, Don. Can I live? Can I fucking live? And not for nothing. This is not the worst. As far as the other things that we've gotten from Chanel, it's not the worst. Okay, the homage to the brow. Okay, we see it. We see it. I don't see the correlation. Well, it looks like she was borrowing from that one blue look, and probably in the performance itself, she was probably spinning around with the and all. But that really hard black brow of his, which was a signature, I think is what she was trying to reference with this look. And then the little Chanel top hat. I mean the little Chanel I forget what you call these kind of hats. Hmm. It's a beautiful delicate blue though. Okay, give us drama. Okay, sell the garment then, Lupita. Like I said, her in a light blue and a train, she gonna do that. That's just like it's just too easy. Let me see it. Do we have any other looks here? Um, can I ask y'all maybe before I go, just because this was a look that I saw people talking about that had me kind of curious because some people said that they really absolutely love this look and I don't see it. I don't get it. What did we think of this? Did everybody really love this look? Were we obsessed about it as the public was? I wasn't feeling Beyonce light. Please. Absolutely not obsessed. I didn't get it. I mean, it's done very well. The cutout, everybody's going crazy over the boob cutout. I'm like, yo, like as long I mean, she's working her best her best physical asset, her physical asset, the boobs, the bubbies are out. So I understand. It is a perfect cutout. Inspiration Kim Novak. Not message retracted. Very well made. This was a very well constructed piece. I can say that. I'm trying to see who it says the designer was because I don't remember. I feel for some reason I'm saying Michael Kors in my head, but I don't think that's what it was. It was Mew Mew Girl. Right, right, right. So this is a Mew Mew look, y'all. And I mean, it makes sense. The intense beating, crystal beating that goes up and down this fit. I didn't like the hat. Which one are you talking about? Are you talking about Lupita? I feel like you're probably talking Lupita because Sydney ain't got no hat on. That was her look last year. What in the Billie Eilish is going on? What in the Billie Eyelash? This was the Mew Mew look last year for Garden of Time. She said, I've dreamt of being a Mew Mew girl from the moment I was introduced to fashion. Girl, lie again. Mew Mew was one of the first fashion shows that my stylist showed me on Vogue Runway, and I was obsessed. That fuck ass app. Anyway, I like Gigi's Mew Mew. Yes, Gigi's Mew Mew look was good. We might as well go into that. Oh, I wrote gold. Were we a fan of this look? That was styled by Gabriella Carifa Johnson, by the way. Gabriella's been doing her thing. An homage once again to Zelda Wynn Valdez, as I say, 40s era dressmaker who perfected her craft in her father's tailoring shop before opening her own in, of course, Washington Heights, in the Heights in New York. And this was actually to a particular look that she had designed for. Let me see. Why doesn't the way that she incorporated men's tailoring into her women's wear? That was something that she was very famed for, aside from, of course, designing the original Playboy Bunny outfits. Patrick Ta on the glam using Maybelline products. Um, I love the embellishing, and I love how Miu Miu made it something that is very much theirs as well. It totally fits in as a Miu Miu design, but also marries. I mean, it is a very literal reference to the Josephine Baker look. I can pull up the Josephine Baker look just so you have it um, to look at. So this was the OG look. Oop, not me on Threads. Are y'all on Threads? Follow me on Threads if you are on there. I love me a good thread. I love to yip and yap on there. But they really nailed it and kind of varied up the embellishing a little bit. But sickening look. That wrap. I love when they do that kind of like wrap around the hips, around the waist and things. Was it your thread post? Oh, this is coming from Charisse, another legend. If you're not following any of my faves, if you're not following Morgan R, who is here on Threads, what are you doing? If you're not following Charisse Kenyon on Threads, what are you doing? The girls are giving the real, like, if you're looking for someone with a really good recap, like, these are the people you want to look at. Especially Charisse. I love how she styles herself in similar looks to the people and the looks that she talks about in her videos. Amazing. Yes, we have to follow you, Morgan. We love the people that lead the fashion discourse. So good. So good. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. It's been a long day. I finished doing I'm still coming down from the Met Gala madness as well. I've been up all day, fucking hitting people to get our pieces back from pulls and stuff. You know how it goes. So it's been crazy. So I'm not gonna lie, your boy is very tired. We've been on for an hour and 40 minutes. I will have to say goodbye, but I will be back with a little bit more information for y'all as well, like a lot more of a deeper dive into some of these looks. I'll have some more time to take some notes and we can chit chat, right? Let me know if there are any looks. Hit my DMs on Instagram if there are any looks. Or people try to keep your stuff. Oh, girl, that's another topic for another day. Another topic for another day. But we will definitely be back on here. I don't care. I'm sliding in the DMs. I know you are, babe. I look forward to it. But hit me on Instagram if you want to talk about any particular looks next time around. Hit me if you have any questions, any topics that you want to discuss for future lives. And if anything, just catch me on here as well. Follow the YouTube as well if you don't. That's very important. Okay? All right. I'm gonna tout. But in the meantime, thank you all so much for coming. Thank you for coming to my housewarming live. I genuinely appreciate each and every one of y'all for all of the support. And let's see where we end up next year. Okay? I've got some ideas. I've got some plans, some schemes, some scams. And I look forward to taking y'all all along with me. Okay? So be well, be safe, be blessed. Get home safe if you're on the way home. Sleep well if you are home. And I look forward to seeing y'all again very, very, very soon. It's been Yungfleur. It's been real. I've been realer. I will see you again very soon. Take care. Bye bye.